Taylor Swift, the phenomenon of our age.
Taylor Swift!
They call themselves Swifties.
Are you okay?
And it's adorable.
It's happening!
We got him!
I didn't get tickets to the Taylor Swift concert.
Superstar is performing to Edinburgh's Murrayfield Stadium.
It's the most highly attended stadium show in Scottish history.
Taylor Swift is taking London by storm.
I'm going to 7 of the Eras Tour shows and I'm so incredibly excited.
Her whole career she's been leaving these little Easter eggs.
This is the London pub that Taylor Swift wrote a song about.
Piecing the story together of what she's alluding to and what we kind of think happened.
Liverpool, welcome to the Eras Tour.
You will spend any amount of money, you know, if you're that much of a fan.
Anything's worth it for Taylor.
You play Taylor, we love you, Taylor!
Fan frenzy by Swifties attending the first concert.
Their excitement generated seismic activity.
And people say that Disneyland is the happiest place on earth, but I think it's the Eras Tour.
A lot of things that I own have some sort of relation to Taylor, including this blanket that I have on my bed.
I'm always listening to her in the car, so it's kind of via osmosis that my children have to listen to her as well. They kind of have no choice but to be Swifties.
Pretty much all of these bracelets that I'm wearing, I have traded. Whatever Swiftie started this is so amazing.
In the world of music, it feels like few artists have made as profound an impact as Taylor Swift.
She is an expert. She has very set goals of what she wants to achieve and how she's going to do it.
Taylor Swift been named on Forbes' billionaires list.
Taylor enters the list with a net worth of $1.1 billion.
Are you ready for it?
Taylor Swift!
Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift.
With a record-breaking 40 music awards and more #1 albums than any other woman in history, her songs have become anthems for entire generations. While her performances flood billions of TikTok feeds. Now, the pop superstar has reached the ultimate milestone with her worldwide Eras Tour.
I'll be your host this evening. My name is Taylor, and welcome to the Eras Tour,
which has become the highest grossing tour of all time.
What's crazy is to have knocked Elton John off the perch with his Yellow Brick Road tour, which was meant to be the big farewell tour. It really speaks to kind of the phenomenon around Taylor Swift.
But it's her global glitter army of Swifties ensuring Taylor's world domination is inescapable.
Hi, my name is Macomb Mirabella. I am 21 years old. I'm from the Pacific Northwest, and I have been a Taylor Swift fan since 2009.
My whole video has been about loving Taylor Swift. I guess I like that.
I have been to 7 Eras Tour shows, which I know is a little crazy.
My name's Fleur and I'm a massive Taylor Swift fan. I love her because she connects with you through music like nobody else. The process of getting tickets was chaotic. I was about to board a flight last summer with my family and literally getting onto the plane, my husband turned around and said, "Oh, did I tell you about that Taylor Swift email I got the other day?" I was like, "What?" Grabbed his phone off him. I was like, bye.
And in Britain, their frenzy of devotion is as fierce as anywhere.
We love you!
With the superstar taking over the UK this summer with sell-out concerts all over the country.
I'm Ryan. I am one of the biggest Swifties, I'd say. I've been a huge Taylor fan for about 15, 16 years, and I met Taylor back in 2014. I'm going to 7 of the Eras Tour shows in Europe and I'm so incredibly excited, I can't even explain. I'm going to the first 3 in London in June and the second 3 in London in August, and I'm also going to Warsaw for one. I have so much Taylor memorabilia, but this is one of my favourite things. It's a Lego portrait of Taylor. It's one of my favourite things that hangs in my kitchen. I also have the popcorn buckets and the cups from the Eras Tour movie. This is one of my outfits that I'm making for the Eras Tour. It's the one she wears during Cruel Summer at the Eras Tour. And I love the fact that it's super shiny and it's going to have about 20,000 rhinestones on, which is taking a while.
Getting ready and literally just seeing how much highlighter and how much glitter you can put on your face. It's so much fun. And then you go to the show and then everyone's complimenting each other's outfits and you're appreciating outfits and then you say, "I loved your dress," and someone tells you that they made it. and you're like, how did you make that?
It's quite easy to spot someone going to a Taylor Swift concert. Sequins, glitter, everyone's wearing cowboy boots, cowboy hats. Everyone's got their own kind of outfits, everyone's in big groups. So yeah, they're quite loud and quite easy to spot.
Tonight, Tay-Tay is going to finally bring the record-breaking Eras tour to the UK.
Yes. Are you ready for it?
I've been a Taylor Swift fan, I think, since I was little. Since her album came out in, like 2009. I went to one of the US shows in Philadelphia last year. That was the first Eras tour show I went to. And I went to the first night in Edinburgh as well.
There's been a musical earthquake in Edinburgh.
Welcome to Edinburgh, Taylor. We love you. I love your personality, Taylor.
Scotland went a bit mad for Taylor, so the trams were decorated in Taylor Swift themes. Everyone was trading friendship bracelets. Everyone just got fully on board with Taylor Swift mania.
The plane on the way up to Edinburgh was full of Swifties.
Gate 22, guys. It's a sign.
You can spot them because they're all wearing friendship bracelets, but also everyone was talking about Taylor, even the flight attendant.
We're here, guys. It actually wasn't too bad getting in. I thought it was going to be hectic.
We've seen some very good outfits.
The outfits are on point.
It's just very fun.
Definitely festival vibes and the sun is out. It's not raining. Scotland delivered.
Tonight's concert is the most highly attended stadium show in Scottish history.
She's so engaged with the crowd in a way like I don't think I've seen any other artist connect in the way that she does.
All right, Edinburgh, we have arrived!
Now, there was so much shaking off going on by the collected Swifties that 6 kilometres away, seismologists registered on their earthquake instruments.
The atmosphere was unlike anything else I've been to, and it just felt so friendly, so much fun. It was just like one massive party. I don't think I would really want to sit and watch anyone else for 3.5 hours.
It's Taylor Swift Day! Let's pick out an outfit. Yeehaw!
We're here!
Someone gave me a bracelet!
And Taylor Mania even took over the home of Beatlemania.
Welcome to the Eras tour!
Liverpool went crazy for Taylor. They really went above and beyond, and it was like insane.
Taylor Swift's concert was the best night of my life. I went to the show with 10 other Swifties and I went feral. Taylor hit the stage for her 100th show and I genuinely had the best time. To me, this is girlhood.
I've had the blessing of going to multiple shows, but no one has shown up like Liverpool did. The energy in that stadium is insane. Insane. I love it. I eat it up every time.
Taylor Swift was great.
We've both lost our voices a bit. Mine's coming back.
I miss Brad and I would show it again. Promise that you'll never find another like me.
You look back at her album Lover, it didn't have the best reception. The song Me that she did, maybe it wasn't a fan favourite. But I think when she has really got into a league of her own was when she released Folklore and Evermore in 2020. Those lockdown albums really kept people company. She won so many more fans from that, and I think that has turned her into this huge, untouchable superstar that she is now.
She has an absolute transformation with every single album, both in terms of, you know, a lot of the time it's her music has totally changed, her look totally changes, and she's the expert kind of chameleon.
She's selling way more tickets than anybody else. It's really amazing. She's doing 8 nights at Wembley Stadium. People don't do that. It's just unheard of.
This is a song I wrote
Yesterday.
One of the things that has been so impressive about Taylor Swift's career is not only how young she started, but how hard she has worked.
I think my favorite thing about her is her work ethic. That's so inspiring to see as like a girl in your 20s growing up, to see someone who is so committed to what they love.
Taylor Swift has become such a search term and such a buzzword, and people have been so desperate to get tickets that Lloyds, the biggest bank in the UK for retail customers, actually put out an alert to customers saying that almost 1 billion was being scammed because people were kind of so eager to pay, and that's what criminals were targeting. Criminals always want to go for whatever's hot, and Taylor Swift has been soaring up the ranks in terms of number of scams.
I don't understand what's happening right now. Like, I'm going to see Taylor Swift next June.
We got him!
Getting any form of standing ticket during this pre-sale was near impossible, but we are just very happy to be there. I didn't get tickets to the Taylor Swift concert, and I waited in line for like 6 hours.
You know, whatever came up, we bought, but between us, because there's so many of us, it meant that we could, you know, help each other get tickets for dates and trade tickets and just make sure that we all got to go to the shows that we wanted to go to. And it's just another beautiful part of the Swiftie community and the friends we've made is that, you know, us who have been there for a long time get to be able to, you know, trust each other to do that and share those things.
It's really sweet that people, you know, have built friendship groups, you know, through Taylor Swift. And I think that spurs people on. People love talking about Taylor Swift with each other, and then it becomes this snowball, snowball, snowball. More people get introduced to her, more people are into her, more people want to prove that they're the biggest fan.
Molly and I met on Twitter about, must have been in the very early days, probably when I was like 12 or something, and we had a lot of mutual interests, mainly Taylor. Yeah, we became really good friends after that, and we both moved to London, and now we go to everything Taylor related together, and it's just kind of a wild thing that I have friends all over the world that, you know, I've met through Taylor. We've also started making bracelets, and I'm trying to make mine London themed, because especially for people who are visiting from elsewhere, it'd be really nice to have a like London themed bracelet, I feel.
Yeah, there's a line in one of Taylor Swift's songs from the Midnight's album about trading friendship bracelets.
So make the friendship bracelets, take a moment and taste it. You got no reason to be afraid.
When it first started in America, a few people did it, and then it was on TikTok, and it kind of went mad, and everyone started doing it.
Yeah, so wearing friendship bracelets is a huge part of the Eras Tour because Taylor Swift has a lyric in her song, You're on Your Own, Kid.
I've been going some with the Eras Tour bracelets. This is where I've got to, guys. I'm very proud of myself.
And it became this trend to trade friendship bracelets at the show.
For making friendship bracelets, there's this trend to make friendship bracelets and trade them at tour. I think we're ready. Avengers assemble!
So cool. Thank you.
And it's one of my favorite things because it gets you to mingle with other Swifties and make friends.
Before, after.
Literally, pretty much all of these bracelets that I'm wearing, I have traded. So I didn't make any of these. I received these from Swifties and gave them one of mine. And it's super fun. Some of them have inside jokes or silly phrases.
From making friendship bracelets to finding the hidden Easter eggs in her content, Swifties are obsessed with following Taylor's every move.
For her whole career, she's been leaving these little Easter eggs, these little hints in her albums, on social media, on stage. And I think that is part of her draw. Fans love it. They're always, you know, theorizing and coming up with all of these wacky ideas about what is coming, what date she's going to announce this, what date this is going to come out. And I think it adds to the excitement, you know, it really builds a lot of hype.
The team behind her really build on the buzz and build on the Swiftie phenomenon, so that anytime there's a new release coming up, there's a new tour coming up, it always reaches fever pitch.
Oh my God!
Taylor did this big build-up to releasing 1989 Taylor's version, and she was doing a lot of Easter eggs.
Taylor's version will be out October.
She started saying the phrases, and then she was changing her outfits to blue, which blue is like the color of 1989. And it was this big build-up, you know, and the energy in the crowd was insane. I remember I was like looking to the Swifties at my side, and we're like, oh my gosh, it's happening.
So in February, Taylor Swift and loads of her friends, Travis Kelce, Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, all turned their profile pictures online, black and white. Fans went mad, had no idea what was going on. People thought she was going to announce Reputation, Taylor's version. Fans are really calling for that, but it wasn't. It was a surprise album.
Brand new album. Comes out April 19th.
What? It's called The Tortured Poets Department, which she has such a history of doing. Like, it's not unknown for her to release a surprise album.
In everything that she does, she tries to be as close to fans as she can be.
We all got to meet her and take a picture with her.
After I met her, she found me on Tumblr a couple of months later and followed me on there out of the blue. I remember freaking out in my sixth form common room. I think All Too Well has a bit of a personal thing to me because she performed the original version at the Grammys a couple of days before I met her, and when we met, she spoke about how nervous she was about performing it, and to me that was just wild. Every aspect of your life as you kind of grow up, there's a song for everything, I feel, and that's what's helped me through like a lot of difficult things in life. Like Taylor has the song Soon You'll Get Better, which she wrote about her mum's cancer journey, which when my dad was really ill during COVID, that song really pulled me through a difficult time. There's such a depth to all of the things that she's released, and I feel like she can really tell a story in 3 minutes more than a movie could in 2 hours.
I think the thing with Taylor is she is relatable. People still see her as the girl next door. Taylor's life is a very open book. People know a lot of what goes on in her life. And also through her songwriting, you know, she feeds a lot of that into her music. And so people feel like they really do know her as a person. That's very different from other artists, you know. If you look at someone like Beyonce, who's also, you know, top of her game doing stadiums, she's gone down a very different route. She keeps things very, very private. People don't usually know much about what's going on in her life. And she sort of tries to elevate herself to this godlike status, which is a different tack to Taylor, who, you know, is relatable.
I used to listen to country music with my dad, and it was actually one of my dad's friends that first introduced me to Taylor Swift. And after that, I was immediately hooked. And I think her songwriting is obviously a very much a storytelling vibe, and it always has been. She's known for that now, but in the beginning, I think I connected with that without even really knowing I was connecting with that. So I met her when she launched her fragrance. There's one blurry photo in existence. Her publicist opened the door, was like, Taylor, this is Fleur, and then I went into the room, she closed the door, and it was me and Taylor for about 20 minutes chatting. And actually at the end of the interview, I told her about my story of how I got into YouTube, and she interrupted me mid-flow and was like, I've seen your YouTube videos, and I was like...
I'm a big Swiftie, but my sister is the ultimate Swiftie.
Hi, I'm Madison, and I've been a Swiftie for 14 years. Taylor Swift followed my fan account on Tumblr. She liked about 10 of my posts, and she reblogged one that said, I love you so much, it's impossible to verbalize.
So we got to attend the premiere for her Eras Tour movie, and we didn't know if we were going to meet her. We were waiting by this red carpet. We didn't really know what was going to happen. And at the very least, we're like, oh my gosh, she's going to walk the red carpet and we're going to see her and be close. But Taylor walks onto the red carpet and she literally just starts meeting fans. There's so much press and like paparazzi, and she does not even pose for a photo. She just is meeting fans. Taylor Swift kind of walks over, and you know, my sister goes to talk to her, and like immediately Taylor Swift compliments my sister's eyeliner.
Hi! Great, how are you? I'm really good. I love that color on your eyes. Thank you so much.
It makes you feel like you're just hanging out with your best friend, you know? It's like, it felt as though like you've met her before.
Are you okay?
I remember she said, thank you for coming. And I was like, girl, I would have canceled my wedding.
But for most Swifties, seeing Taylor on stage is enough of a connection to the superstar.
sounds really lame, but there's the same playlist that's played before Taylor Swift comes on stage. So everyone knows when certain songs start playing, Taylor Swift's about to come on, so everyone's getting really excited. Yeah, there's a segment during the show where she always plays 2 different surprise songs, and I think that's kind of a really intimate part of the show. It's really stripped back, there's no dancers on stage, there's no kind of like wild effects, it's just her, a piano and a guitar.
One of my favorite things about Taylor Swift is you will be in a stadium watching her show and there's 60,000 people in that arena, but you feel like she's just talking to you. I don't know how she does it, but she really makes you feel like it's you and her.
This summer, 700,000 fans descended on Wembley Stadium, with the singer performing more concerts in the capital than anywhere else in the world. And London hasn't been afraid to embrace the love for Taylor either.
A huge welcome to Taylor Swift and all the Swifties from around the world. It's been a long time coming, but the Eras Tour is here in London. Are you ready for it?
For the Taylor Swift concert, will the forecast be a love story?
Thousands turned out for opening night, including Prince William on his birthday, no less.
Even British royalty unleashed their inner Swiftie.
Dude, he was the coolest mother.
He was awesome.
He was so cool. He was there with little George and Charlotte. They were an absolute delight to meet.
Princess Charlotte clearly excited to meet a pop princess.
I think there is that sort of warm connection there between the UK and Taylor, and I think she is a bit of an Anglophile. She does love it. She lived in London for quite a long time, going under the radar a lot. I think people didn't realise how much time she actually did spend here. She knows loads of people in London, you know, she has a lot of friends. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Andrew Scott. There's people who know her here and get on really well with her and she hangs out with. There's so many places in London and in the UK mentioned in Taylor's music as well. You know, even just the Black Dog pub recently, the Lake District's mentioned in some of the songs, and in London Boy, it's basically a whole map of the city.
And fans have been flocking to London locations mentioned in her music.
Here we are at the pub, the Black Dog, which Taylor wrote a song about, and here are the lyrics. And so I watch as you walk into some bar called the Black Dog, which is an exceptional song.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
The Black Dog.
I am loving all of this so much. I'm going to the show on Saturday, so I
oh my gosh,
just can't freaking wait.
I'm
Where
going
are
to
you
all
going?
three. Yeah.
Okay.
There's also a mural inside of the pub which has some of Taylor lyrics intertwined, but it's about the Black Dog itself. I have heard so much about it, but I haven't quite seen it yet, but I'm so excited to get in. Let's go. You can see the Taylor Swift mural behind me at the Black Dog. I've got my Black Dog pint and I'm so excited to be here. Cheers!
Taylor's obviously been linked to quite a few different famous men. I remember when her and Calvin Harris got together. I think she was with Joe Alwyn for a really long time. And I think obviously now her and Travis Kelce in the US, people adore them, you know? It's like Hollywood sweethearts. It's the equivalent of the royal family in the UK. People are really into it, and I think a lot of the Swiftie fans just want to see her happy. I have a very vivid memory of when The Sun broke the story that Taylor was dating Tom Hiddleston. It was a huge world exclusive showbiz story, and it was just massive. It flew off the shelves.
On a beautiful day in London, I'm feeling like the luckiest girl in the world.
Are you ready for it, Christina?
I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it. Let's go, gals. We made it through security.
Oh my god! I'm excited!
It's about to start.
In London alone, the Eras Tour is estimated to boost the economy by £300 million.
A recent analysis has ranged between around £800 people think every Taylor Swiftie that's attending will be spending.
The people that are going to go and see her are going to pay for the ticket about £200, 120 quid for accommodation, 111 pounds for travel, 59 quid for pre-concert meals, 79 quid concert merchandise, 56 on new outfits to wear. I mean, all of that, she's an entire world economy in her own right.
Is there anyone here who happens to know the words to this bridge?
One of the latest crazes has been for music artists to kind of pair up with big streaming giants like Netflix, like Disney, to not only kind of screen kind of behind the scenes, but also the tours in cinemas. And she did a phenomenal deal with Disney.
She reads everything, she watches everything, she's got her finger on the pulse at all times. And there's not many artists around that can do that, or that do that. But she makes a real point of doing it, and I think that is why she's so successful. It's not just writing the songs or, performing on stage. She's involved at absolutely every single level.
She's grown exponentially since kind of lockdown and COVID times, partly because she's been so massively prolific, I think. And for me, as like an old Swiftie, it's kind of a sad thing because the venues that you get to see her in now are way, way bigger. But it's also really nice to kind of see new people connecting with her.
I am someone who wants to be said. Unless you share your secrets. I have no one.
She's put out so many albums in the last few years, and it now feels like she's wrapped everything together with the Eras tour, which she said is ending in December. It'll be interesting to see what happens next.
She's sung quite a lot about stepping away from the spotlight, and in a way, I don't want her to because I don't want her to stop making music, but I feel like she needs a really good break.
I wouldn't be surprised at all, though, if there's a few years without Taylor. And I think that's partly why people are so desperate to see this tour, because it's like, maybe this is the last time we're going to see her do something like this for a really long time, because realistically, you're not going to want to do every single tour as a longer and longer show. I think this will be a full stop for a little while.
It is so fun to be a Swiftie, to be like growing up in my 20s and just relate to so many people about my love for this one artist.
It just brings me joy. I mean, it's like investing in anything that brings you joy. Taylor's said in the past about it brings you joy, don't let anyone tear that down kind of thing.
Yeah, the worst kind of person is someone who makes someone feel bad, dumb, or stupid for being excited about something.
That's how I've always felt.
Life can be so serious a lot of the time, but this is just such a fun, lighthearted thing we get to come together and do.
Thank you so much, Taylor Swift, for making our wildest dreams come true. Mwah.